Hello students, welcome to ROSE project. This ROSE project is conducted by Rayat Shikshan Samstha, Sadguru Gadge Maharaj College, Karad. Myself, DS Patil. My subject is physics. Today, this is our fifth lecture on electromagnetic induction. Now, after completing this module, you should be able to calculate the energy stored in magnetic field and calculate the energy density of magnetic field, and you should be able to understand the concept of mutual inductance. First of all, we have to discuss on energy stored in magnetic field. In earlier lectures, we seen that whenever there is a change in magnetic flux linked with the coil or solenoid, then EMF will be induced. That is, this induced EMF is given by E is equal to minus L into di by dt, where E is the induced EMF, L is the self-inductance of the solenoid, and di by dt is the rate of change of current with respect to time. And we know that here negative sign indicate that induced EMF is opposes to the rate of change of current, that is, it opposes to the change. Hence, the energy has to be spent to build up a current I in a circuit having an inductance L, and this energy can be estimated with the help of work done. And the work done dW in moving a charge dq against this EMF is given by dW is equal to minus E into dq, and if we put the values of induced EMF, that is minus L into di by dt, here we can get the dW is equal to minus into bracket minus L into di by dt into dq. Therefore, we can get here L into di by dt into dq. Now, rearranging the terms, we can get the dW is equal to L into di into dq by dt. Here, dq by dt is nothing but the current. Therefore, we can write here dW is equal to L into I into di. This small work done in moving a charge dq against this EMF. Therefore, we can to estimate, we have to calculate the total work done by integrating this. Therefore, we can write here total work done W is equal to integration of dW, that is equal to integration 0 to I L I di. The integration of I di is the I square by 2. Therefore, we can get the total work done here. L is the constant term. Therefore, we can take outside of the integration. Therefore, the term becomes total work done W is equal to 1 by 2 L I square. And this work done can be stored in a, this work done will be represent the energy stored UB in the magnetic field in coil or solenoid. Therefore, we can write here UB is equal to W, and therefore we can write here, that is, this work done is stored in the form of energy. This work done is stored in the form of energy, and therefore we can write here UB is equal to W, and therefore UB is equal to, UB is the total energy stored or energy stored in magnetic field. Therefore, we can get here UB is equal to 1 by 2 L I square, and this is the expression for the energy stored in magnetic field, and this equation is analogous to, or this quantity is analogous to the energy stored in the electric field in capacitor. That is, in electrostatic we can know that U is equal to, energy stored in capacitor is equal to, U is equal to 1 by 2 CV square. Now, next point of this lecture is the energy density. For energy density of magnetic field, that energy density is denoted by letter small ub. Now, for that For that purpose, consider a solenoid of length L having cross-sectional area A and carrying current I. Now, you know that the total energy stored in a magnetic field in a solenoid is given by UB is equal to 1 by 2 Li square, and this energy is uniformly distributed within the volume of that solenoid. And volume of the solenoid is A into L, where A is the area of cross section of the solenoid and L is the length of that solenoid. This energy is uniformly distributed within this volume. Now, from this we can estimate the energy density. Energy density is nothing but the ratio of total energy to the volume of the solenoid. That is, UB is equal to small ub is equal to capital UB, that is the total energy, divided by the volume, that is AL. Therefore, we write here UB is equal to small ub is equal to capital UB divided by A into L. Therefore, that is equal to 1 by 2 Li square. 1 by 2 Li square is the total energy stored into 1 upon AL. AL is the volume of that solenoid. Now, you know that the self-inductance of the solenoid is given by L is equal to mu 0 N square into La. While putting this value of self-inductance in above equation, we can get the energy density, that is small ub is equal to 1 by 2 into bracket mu 0 into N square into La into I square into 1 upon AL. Here AL, that is the volume term, will be cancelled out. We can get the final answer of the energy density is UB is equal to 1 upon 2 mu 0 N square into I square. And we know that the magnetic field inside the solenoid, it is equal to the B is equal to mu 0 N I. By rearranging the terms, we can get this energy density in terms of magnetic field B is given by UB is equal to B square upon twice mu 0. B square upon twice mu 0. This is the energy density of a magnetic field. Energy density of magnetic field. And this is analogous to the energy density in electrostatics or electric field also. That is UE is equal to 1 upon 2 epsilon 0 into E square. That is the energy density in electric field. Now, next point of this our lecture is the mutual inductance. Now, mutual inductance is denoted by letter capital M. Now, for that purpose, we have to understand this mutual inductance. For that purpose, consider two coils are placed side by side. Here it is coil first and coil second. They are placed near or side by side here. Now, we have to pass the current through one coil, that is coil first. That coil first is called as the primary coil here. And due to this current flowing to this first coil, the magnetic flux or magnetic field will be produced here, and in this magnetic field of coil first, we have to place the second coil, and due to which magnetic flux linked with the secondary coil goes on changing, due to which the EMF will be induced in the secondary coil. Thus, we can say that the mutual induction is the phenomena of inducing EMF in the secondary coil due to change in current in the primary coil or neighboring coil. That is, we have to pass the current in the primary coil or coil first, and that it will be changed with respect to time, due to which magnetic flux linked with the secondary coil goes on changing, and due to which the EMF will be induced in the secondary coil. Thus, mutual inductance is the phenomena of inducing EMF in the secondary coil due to change in current in the primary coil or the neighboring coil. Let at any instant phi21 be the magnetic flux linked with the coil 2 or coil 2 or secondary coil due to the current I1 flowing in a primary coil. That is, we have to pass the current in primary coil and the magnetic flux linked with the secondary coil goes on changing here. That is, it is observed that phi21, that is the magnetic flux linked with the secondary coil, is directly proportional to the current flowing in a primary coil. Therefore, we write here phi21 is directly proportional to I1, or phi21 is equal to M21 into I1, where M21 is the constant of proportionality and is known as mutual inductance or coefficient of mutual induction of coil 2 with respect to coil 1. Therefore, we write here M21, the value for the mutual inductance M21 is equal to phi21 divided by I1. Now, we can estimate this mutual inductance with the help of induced EMF also. Now, the induced EMF in coil 2 will be written as E21 is equal to minus d phi21 divided by dt. And if we put the values of phi21, we can get here E21 is induced EMF in coil 2 is equal to the minus M21 into di1 by dt. From this equation, we can estimate for the M21, that is the mutual inductance of second coil with respect to first coil. That is, M21 is equal to mode of E21 divided by di1 divided by dt. di1 divided by dt. Similarly, if we pass the current through a second coil or coil 2, and due to which the EMF will be induced in the coil first, that is, let at any instant phi12 be the magnetic flux linked with the coil 1 due to the current I2 flowing in coil 2. Therefore, here also it is observed that phi12 is directly proportional to the I2. Therefore, mathematically we can write here phi12 is directly proportional to I2, or phi12 is equal to M12 into I2, where M12 is the constant of proportionality, or it is also called as mutual inductance or coefficient of mutual induction of coil 1 with respect to coil 2. From these relations, we can also write here for the mutual inductance, coefficient of mutual inductance, that is M12 is equal to phi12 divided by I2 is equal to mode of E12 divided by di2 divided by dt, that is as seen above. By symmetry, we can write here mutual inductance of first coil with respect to second coil is equal to the mutual inductance of second coil with respect to first coil, and that is equal to, we can represent by a capital M here. Now, here some definition of mutual inductance we have to discuss here. That is, we know that M is equal to mutual inductance is equal to the phi s divided by IP, where phi s is the magnetic flux linked with the secondary coil due to the current flowing in a primary coil IP. That is, phi s divided by IP is nothing but the M, mutual inductance. Now, if IP is equal to 1 ampere, IP is equal, that is the current flowing through the primary coil is 1 ampere, then we can get here M is equal to phi s. From this, we can define the mutual inductance as the magnetic flux linked with the secondary coil, when unit current flows to the primary coil. That is, mutual inductance is defined as the magnetic flux linked with the secondary coil when the unit current flowing to the primary coil. Now also we know that here M is equal to, or also we know that induced EMF in the secondary coil is by definition or by Faraday's laws here ES is equal to minus d phi s divided by dt, and that is equal to, while putting the values of phi s, we get here ES is equal to minus M into dip divided by dt. Therefore we can write here M is equal to mode of ES divided by, ES is the EMF induced in the secondary coil, and dip divided by dt is the rate of change of current with in a primary coil. That is M is equal to mode of ES divided by dip divided by dt. And if here it is, if we consider dip with respect to time, that is dip divided by dt, that is the rate of change of current in flowing in a primary coil with respect to time. If we consider it is equal to 1, then here it is M is equal to ES. M is equal to ES. Therefore the mutual, from this we can define mutual inductance as the induced EMF set up in the secondary coil when the rate of change of current in primary coil is unity. Now these are the two definitions of mutual inductance based on the formulas. Now we have to measure this mutual inductance in Henry. That is SI unit of mutual inductance is Henry, and this 1 Henry is equal to 1 Weber per 1 ampere. 1 Henry is equal to 1 Weber per 1 ampere, or we can also write here 1 Henry is equal to 1 volt per 1 ampere per second. That is the rate of change of current with should be 1 ampere. That is 1 ampere per second. That is equal to volt per ampere is nothing but the ohm, and the second will be in we can get here in a numerator. Therefore we write here 1 ohm second. From this formulas, from the 1 Henry is equal to 1 Weber per 1 ampere. From this relation we can define the 1 Henry as mutual inductance is said to be 1 Henry when 1 ampere when 1 ampere current in the primary coil links the magnetic flux of 1 Weber across the secondary coil, and from this relation, that is 1 volt divided by 1 ampere per second. From this relation we can also define as mutual inductance is said to be 1 Henry when unit rate of change of current, that is 1 ampere per second, that is the rate of change of current in primary coil induces the EMF of 1 volt in a secondary coil. 1 volt in a secondary coil. These are the two definitions. Here are the two definitions of 1 Henry. That is 1 Henry is equal to 1 Weber per 1 ampere or 1 volt per rate of change of current of 1 ampere per second. Thank you.